Dunk.
Doing guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Info here with another memes build video in closed beta, which is incredibly naughty of me. This is the sort of thing I should build in season and do a video about because it's not testing anything. It's nothing new. I just really wanted to make a build with golems on a druid. You know, I was going to do a whole video intro of me dressed as a druid speaking to some druid elders going, the animals have stopped summoning to me, father. Why, you know, am I being punished so? And it's like, because you stuck your in a bear, pervert. So you're not allowed to summon animals anymore. The spirits and the vines, they're mindless. You know, they'll follow you still. The animals are scared of you. You have to find another way. But yeah, just imagine, pretend I did that, alright? There's no amount of imagination, you know. It's going to be better than any crappy video I would have made just to be an idiot for 5 seconds. So, yeah. Anyway, this druid has 2 clay golems. Probably thinking, well, that's not going to do a lot, dude. I find it hilarious. I don't know how it's working, but it's working. So let's go over the skills to figure out why. So, skills. Here we go. We've got maxed Heart of Wolverine, maxed Oak Sage. Oak Sage is massively synergized by maxing Carrion Vine and Solar Creeper. So we have big life regeneration and life boost, you know, happy days. And big damage and attack rating. Mercenary and your golems, happy days. Tiny bit of poison damage from the, you know, summoning skillers and that. It's like having a bit of prevent monster heal going on. Nothing in shapeshifting. And then in the elemental tree, I have Gust, nearly maxed, I think. And a little bit in Cyclone armor. Give myself a bit of defense from the elements. So let's go over the gear. The gear is a Dominion Wand. I did start off as a Fury Druid, swinging the Dominion Wand. And I was like, why am I doing this? I could just stand back and do nothing. So the Dominion Wand is literally just to get an extra golem. Everything else, you know, useless. This is just pure stupidity. Spirit Keeper. When I first started testing this build in the example gameplay that I do, the 3 sockets were empty still. So, and it was working just fine, but I thought, you know what? It's closed beta. I'm going to throw 3 bear runes in there for the fun of it to give me crazy physical damage reduction, even though I didn't really need it. But it's nice. So the reason we're using Spirit Keeper, which I rolled with 2 to Oak Sage to get even more life and life regen, etc., etc. My wife will kill me. Is because you get 2 spirit. Metal Grid, of course we need this because of Golem Mastery. We're not actually using an Iron Golem, although I could experiment with one. To be honest, speaking of golems, what I'd like to do next is have Dominion Wand in one hand and Blood Moon, Crescent Sword thingy in the other hand for the massive Blood Golem, 18 to Blood Golem, whatever it is. Again, Crazy Ivan, my friend and mod and also streamer, YouTuber, he basically inspired me to make this build. Maybe an Iron Golem in the future, but some defense and resistances, yay. Love this amulet, one of my favorites, so you'd know if you watch my stream. So, Black Oak Shield, just for the huge defense from chilling armor. You get dex, you get life, happy days. To be honest, I had Exile here from when I was swinging the wand to proc Decrepify. But I realised I don't need to proc Decrepify, and I don't need Defiance because it's on my Mercenary. So I got rid of Exile. It wasn't doing much for me, so I just quickly slapped that on. And I was like, yeah, because if I accidentally block, at least I block incredibly fast because of the faster block rate on it. Happy times. So, Stone in a Dust Shroud for the low strength requirements, but F, so it still has big defense, big faster hit recovery, but most importantly, the Clay Golem, which is the staple of the build. Slows enemies, does big smacky smacks, happy days. Rites of Passage just on there for Cannot Be Frozen, just throw it on because I've got 2 skill rings, 2 Bulkathos. Again, these were a throwback for when I was Furying for the life and life leech so I could tank. Now they're just there for skills, for the summoning tree, and Verdungos for vitality, replenish life again, and physical damage taken, reduced by 11 in this case. But yep, helpful to help stand in the middle of it, as I'm about to show you. Blood Fist again for the faster hit recovery, life, stand in the middle of it. So that is the gear. Let's move on to the charms. So we have all summoning skillers with life. So I can just stand and be a big fat tank. Random torch and Annie. And then just fill in the gaps with life and all res. Again, this is stupid beta levels of stupid. You'd want to change things around. Maybe get a big resistant shield. And so these are a bit more sensible charm-wise. Because nobody has that all season, let's face it. Unless you're concentrate on one character. With me, it's always 70 different characters, so no, I don't have that kind of wealth. Anyway, I digress. Let's do the stats. So I've got quite a lot of strength, which was probably an oversight on my part. I have no idea. Dex, didn't care. Went base because I didn't want to block. Wanted to stand there. But again, you get a lot of dex from this, so maybe I can invest in blocking, who knows. But yeah, lots of life and lots of energy. Synergize the Cyclone armor is what that's all about there. On Switch, we have a call to arms and the nerfed lidless to buff up a bit. We got some battle orders there, and then we cast one of these because when you switch, you lose because I don't have Dominion on. So one of my golems is an absolute beast of a tank, and while I'm here, I'll summon everything else, resummon, because of game switching. You don't get all the goodness. Now we do. And then we switch back, and then we cast another clay golem. So one clay golem is indestructible, the other one's fairly indestructible, but occasionally I do have to resummon him. Moving on to the Mercenary, who's kind of the linchpin of all of this. The Mercenary, again, ridiculous gear. Got Templars for might, Vamp Gaze and String for damage reduction of the physical and magical persuasion. Faster hit recovery going on. He's got Marrow Walks for Cannot Be Frozen. Drax for his life leech and strength to put the gear on. And the all-important Reaper's Toll for the amp damage so that the golems do stuff and he does stuff better. Very, very fast 5 shales. So his breakpoints is he's 7 frames. The reason I want him so fast is to crank out the amp damage so that we, destroy the enemies quicker, of course. He's got 60 fast hit recovery, pretty decent breakpoint. And I have 99 fast hit recovery because of stone and all the other stuff, which is kind of nice. 29% physical damage reduction myself. Kind of cool. Good res. And then the rest of it is not important because I don't do anything. So I'll just quickly crank out a random... We'll just do cows because for the sake of it, because it's what I remember. Example gameplay. Said we buff up as you do. We've already done this, so I don't know why I'm doing it. Right, here we go. So then we just teleport in. And I'm hands-free. Gonna do nothing. Look at that. I'm doing nothing. Obviously, I'm getting hurt right now, and they're hitting me. But when the homies come back around, see? Look at that golem. Did you see him cleave then? He just did one punch like that, and those 2 cows went... Lovely stuff. So yeah, it's a just stand around sleeper build, do nothing. Again, I got a broken hand, people, so the less I use it, the better for when the season actually starts. I can just stand there and let these guys go to town. Just a silly, silly build. Let's go get a big... There we go. There we go. Again, this is hardcore. So, but I'm so confident in this, again, my hand shot down there. I was hovering, I did take a few hits. But as you can see, the golem's surviving alright. It's not fast. It's a memes build. It's me. But yeah, as you can see, it's just silly, isn't it? That's why I'm laughing so much. It's just silly, There's not much more to it than that. So yeah, I'll end it there, I think. Thanks for watching this ridiculousness of mine. And yeah, see you in the comments.